over the last couple of weeks, I have seen so many reports of alligator attacks, and I feel like every time I turn around, either someone's getting attacked by an alligator or they died by an alligator, which is very unfortunate. But bro, in Florida, you cannot jump in any rivers, lakes, or waters just willy-nilly because unfortunately in Florida, we have 1.3 million alligators that are active right now. And I get it, it's summertime, everyone wants to have fun, but due to temperatures rising, and I want to say between April and June, this is alligator mating season, okay? Because these alligators are trying to get their freak on and they're going to be more aggressive, more active. So if you want to jump in any waters or streams in Florida, I'm just warning you right now, that might be a big mistake. Recently, a 31-year-old Orlando woman was fatally attacked by an alligator on June 28th, 2026, okay? Now, after reading the reports and watching videos, this was a very tragic story. So this lady right here, her name is Brittany Clark, and apparently she's from the Sacramento, California area, and she was out with her boyfriend and one of her homegirls, and they were out hiking, and they saw, a river, and it was pretty shallow because looking at this picture right here, you can see it does not look that deep, but honestly, being from Florida, I would never jump in this. But her and her friend and her boyfriend decided to jump in there. But unfortunately, an alligator attacked her. And this is the report right here.
She was bitten on both of her arms. The boyfriend was the one that made the phone call. He was trying to get her from the alligator's mouth. And on the way to the hospital, she did pass away from her injuries.
Both her arms.
Both her arms are bitten?
Are off, like basically.
Now, when I heard that this alligator bit her arm, I was like, damn. Because when an alligator bites you, I ain't gonna lie, unless they decide to let you go, they're not letting go. But the fact that the alligator basically ripped off one of her arms, because I think her boyfriend was pretty much trying to help, pull her away from the alligator, but alligators are strong. And this was a big ass alligator. I think it was like 12 or 13 feet. I'm not sure. The boyfriend is basically playing tug of war with the alligator. And then the alligator let go and then came back again and bit the other arm. In the reports, because I heard the 911 dispatch call, and I guess her friend was saying that one of her arms was basically torn off and gone. And the other arm was basically hanging on by a thread. Yeah, man, unfortunately she passed away, and yeah, she died, I think, going to the hospital. But this story right here is very tragic. Rest in peace to this young lady, but damn. And honestly, the way this lady went out was so gruesome because I don't know if any of y'all ever heard of the death roll. Well, some of y'all probably heard of it, but it's whenever alligators or crocodiles bite onto their prey, and they pretty much latch on to limbs, arms, or legs, and they pretty much spin. So when they grip and they spin, they're pretty much breaking arms, dislocating limbs, ripping off body parts, and it's a very painful and gruesome experience that many don't get to live to tell the experience because that's how gruesome it is. But in most cases, you end up bleeding out anyways. So it's just like, damn, bro. If you're not from Florida, please listen up. If you see any lakes, any rivers, any ponds, it does not matter. Do not jump in it, okay? Because normally they have signs that say beware, there are alligators in here. Not every single lake or river has signs. But look, the golden rule is this in Florida. If it has a body of water, do not jump in. It's not worth the risk, okay? And like I said, I have seen so many reports of alligator attacks, and it's kind of sad because I feel like most of the alligator attacks that happen in Florida, it's just people having fun. They jump into a lake, jump into a river thinking, oh, this is very fun. It's, I'm cooling off. And then before you know it, a 14-foot alligator comes and is like, hello, you're in my home. So I feel like a lot of these alligator attacks are from people that are not from Florida. I'm from Florida. I've been here since I was 3. Most of the alligator attacks that happen are either people that are not from here or people just acting brand new, as if alligators are not in damn near every lake. I mean, in Florida, you can see alligators roaming the streets. And every time there's an alligator attack, law enforcement's always put down the alligator. And some lady was saying, oh, I'm glad they killed those alligators. They need to get rid of them. And I replied, you can say the same about grizzly bears and other animals. Since bears are aggressive, should we start killing them? The same with lions, tigers, and sharks. Just kill them all, right? And that's the one thing I don't understand. Like, whenever an alligator attacks somebody, or whenever a shark attacks somebody, or let's say even a bear attacks somebody, we always put down that animal. As if that's not in their nature. Like, bro, if I'm being honest, they see us as food, okay? Like, you should not be in their territory. Now, I'm not saying that anyone deserves to die, but if I jump inside a bear enclosure and that bear attacks me, what was I expecting to happen? I don't think law enforcement should be putting down any animals. That's just my opinion, because I feel like you can't kill an alligator for doing what they supposed to do. We are KFC to alligators. We are KFC to a lot of animals that don't see us as like, oh, that's a nice human. Like, these are not dogs. These are beasts. And the fact that people think that we need to get rid of a lot of alligators, to me, is something that I don't agree with, because I'm like, bro, this is their home. Now, you can argue there's a lot of alligators here, but I don't think the solution is killing off damn near half the population of alligators in Florida. And the truth be told, most of them will not attack you. Now, we do have springs in Florida. We have lagoons. We have water parks. That's different because people actually work there and they actually know what's going on inside the water. But a lake in the middle of the woods or a river next to a freaking hiking trail is not, like, bro, you're not supposed to be jumping in that stuff. You're not, okay? And I just heard another guy, he got attacked by an alligator and I guess he was snorkeling, got attacked by an alligator. Then there was another guy, this is somewhere in Mexico, he got attacked by a crocodile. But crocodiles, I ain't gonna lie to you, if you come face to face with a crocodile, say goodnight. They are way more aggressive, and I ain't gonna lie, crocodiles, bro, way more aggressive, way more ruthless, and they will kill your ass, okay? Now, before I wrap this video up, I just feel like, being from Florida, I want to tell y'all, just be safe around any body of water, because even just walking your dog next to a lake is still dangerous, because there was an old lady a few years back, she was walking her dog along the lake, and an alligator came out, and unfortunately both her and her dog passed away. But look, anyone coming from up north, I'm telling you right now, if you're coming to enjoy Florida, hey, beware of your surroundings, okay? Florida's a wonderful place, and I'm not saying that every time you come to Florida, an alligator just waiting to attack you. No. You gotta be very smart. You gotta ask questions, ask around. But overall, I've been here my whole life and I never once got attacked by an alligator, okay? And look, I like to go fishing, I like to go hiking, I like to go swimming, but I am aware of my surroundings. I never get too close, and look out for signs, okay? Don't just jump in a river because it looks nice. Yes, it looks nice, but also your friend, aka alligator, yes, they might be waiting for you. So overall, if you come to Florida, just be safe. But other than that, thanks for watching.